I found a way to go back to the multiplayer match that I was previously talking. New season. That's my nickname, Ice. League placement. Complete a series of ranked matches to determine your initial league placement. So, where I needed to go is in melee, and from here I can choose the map I want to play. So I go into Abyssal Reap, for example. It's one of the major maps out there. Major maps in the sense that it's a map that is being played in various tournaments and leagues, and it's considered to be one of the core maps. It isn't considered to be just a custom map, it's just a place where your ability to play the game is determined, and there's quite a few of these out there. Now I'm going to play with the Zerg right now, and I'm going to start by building myself a really quick nexus. First things first, I need to tag the places so that I could fast travel there very quickly. And now I need to wait for the hive. I've noticed on Starcraft 2 news that a few changes are taking place, and one of the major changes is that this game is free to play. That means that there are going to be league matches against real players, and I won't have to buy the full game. I'm very happy about that, because I think that it's really awesome. However, in order to truly kind of make the most out of the game, you actually have to like playing it, because paying like 30 or more than 30 euros for this game was probably not very attractive at this point in time. Obviously it's quite an old game, and the thing about it, well, the thing about it is that it's very popular. It's one of these games where a lot of competitive gameplay is taking place, and I think that in the near future this will work out to be a truly good decision, because now everybody's going to kind of get to know this game a little bit better. I need some overlords. I totally forgot to build up the queens early enough. I have to go with missile attacks, because I'm gonna focus on roaches and most likely hydras. Look at that, it looks like the Terran is going to be my opponent. which is fine. I'm currently not that well with the money. Now, the problem that may arise here is that I may have to suffer from truly early attack, and I would like not to end up in trouble with that. Okay, now that that's done, wait a second, right here. Okay, done. I really like my quick injects, and now I can focus a little bit more on actually building myself a military presence. Obviously, another hive would be very useful too. Okay, now that that's done, I need myself some leverage, and that's just a bunch of soldiers. And it looks like, due to the fact that I'm suffering from lack of space, I won't be able to do that, but this will surely be worked out in no time. This situation is just a little bit critical right now, due to the fact that I actually have to be not very on defense. Okay, not very defensive, I wanted to say. No, a squad can show up and they would easily wipe me out. Done. The first soldiers are already queued up. My upgrades are going for level 2 right now, and I'm expanding towards the hive slowly but surely. I need an infestation pit for that, and you know what, I'm gonna build just that right now. That's an infestation pit, great. Okay, this queen needs to go here, and everything else needs to go there too. Furthermore, I need to saturate this field, so I'm going to order a lot of workers to just have there, and I need a bunch of gas geysers. Furthermore, this field wasn't saturated that well either. In any case, my force seems to be not as tough as I initially kind of suspected. I need some more power, so that's just simply a few more roaches, a few more gas geysers, and let's get some workers on board. That's it, I'm waiting now. Okay, I'm sure going to expect an attack soon, really soon. The hive is on its way, level 2 upgrades are almost there. Enemy is still not attacking me, so that's just fine. I need some more overlords, that's unfortunate, but that's what I have to work with right now. Now, currently I've ordered so many of them, this should work things out for me. My current force isn't that tough, however, I have no doubt that in the near future we'll work things out. Okay, I didn't suffer an attack. Okay, it's on. Let's go, attack. We need to go and chase those tanks off. And I need to order a lot more troops. It is very important to catch the tanks. Let's go after them. Okay, it looks like we managed to throw them back. I really like that. I really like to see that. I'm going to use the situation and expand even further. As you can see, they prove to have a much tougher force than I initially expected. And so this has proved to be a much worse than I anticipated. In any case, that made us slightly weaker due to all the losses. I need more workers to mine my fields, and so I'm going to order quite a few of these to do the job, and I need to send them all over the place. If I want to focus on economy right now, I'm going to suffer with making a powerful military force, which is obviously very bad either. In any case, I have to go with that for now and risk it so that I could have so much more overall a little bit later in the near future. Now that that's done, I'm building up the military, and as you can see I have a lot of larvae. My power is becoming much greater, and we've suddenly suffered our first attack, and here we go. So that's one first engagement here, and it looks like it was an unsuccessful engagement, and I suspect that that is all for us. I'm sending everything I've got in, and that is a GG, no doubt about that. My army composition in this case, but it wasn't enough. They have managed to prevail, relying mostly on roaches in this scenario just wasn't enough. The Terran, supported by the medevacs, managed to prevail. They're destroying my bases, slowly but surely. And that's my hive, which is being eradicated right now. That's it. As you can see, the logo is different after the update. That's loading screen. Let's play again. I'm going with the same race, and I need to do something different now. Maybe I should try and go on the offensive myself. I don't know. Normally I think that the way I would manage to prevail is by overwhelming my opponent with a much stronger supply of troops, which is so far what this is all about here when it comes to the Zerg. In any case, so far so good. I need an overlord so that I could continue building and spawning pools so that the first queens could show up. Furthermore, let's get the waypoints in place. Done. I'm building 2 additional overlords so that this would get out of my way. Obviously this will make the spawning pool lag behind a little bit, but at this point it's not a big deal. I just noticed that this worker had a crystal in his teeth. And as far as I know, if they have a crystal and they kind of start building, producing something while having that crystal, in their claws, then I would lose the money. However, I've never actually tested that. Maybe it would just spawn in, or maybe it's just bound to be brought into the hive for acquisition of the actual mineral. Okay, now that that's done, I'm moving up my queens, and soon we'll start to get ourselves a much larger supply of workers. This should fill up our bases, and from here I'm going to focus on producing units. That's it. That's like my goal for now. I'm going obviously with the upgrades. I think that is very important. Then I'm gonna focus on a bunch of roaches, and that's it. Oh, look at that. We're being wiped out. Look at that. How bad is that? Okay, it looks like it's a loss. And it's a loss due to the fact that I was too slow, and that's it. Okay, it seems that it's not a complete disaster, but I have no doubts that this disaster is more than enough for bringing me back to the stage from which I just simply cannot recover. In any case, I'm going to try this further, and we'll try to recover. So, I'm trying to rebuild my base income that I'm generating. And that means I need a bunch of workers still yet. Now when that's going to be done, I'll focus on producing myself, or just going to not build any troops whatsoever and just focus on the roach approach. I'm even going to build myself a third hive, and it's just risking, obviously, and that's it. As you can see, I'm sending all of my drones that are soon going to produce down to this hatchery right here, and I hope that this will certainly work things out. Okay, so everybody got sent down here. That just wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. That was a misclick. In any case, it looks like I'm lacking a roach warren, a building that would help me with acquisition of roaches. A unit that I like a lot. I think this unit is very, very important. And it looks like I'll soon be able to saturate my third base too. Now that that's going to be done and the roach warrant is going to be built, I'm mutating into lair. I need to focus on the roaches. However, my opponent was much quicker than I was, and that is a sure loss for me. This time with reinforcements, he managed to bring a much tougher force, and surprisingly I still managed to defend myself, and so I shall continue once more. Let's go with this, and so I'll try to work this thing out once again. Getting myself all those queens ready. Now what I need to saturate 3 hives currently without the gas, and then I'm gonna go for a bunch of workers. Obviously without the gas it's not going to work out, so I won't be able to build all those roaches that I need so much. With only links I won't be able to work anything out, and hydralisks just can't be built just yet, obviously, and so I just have to rely on whatever I have. Okay, now I'm focusing on some defensives here. Currently I need to get as much of these as possible, the roaches I mean. However, to fully produce these without any drawbacks due to lack of resources, I need to generate more gas, and for that most likely I guess I need at least something like 6 gas geysers. Now I'm going for infestation pit right there, so that I could get myself much better upgrades when I reach a high level of technology, hive level. As you can see here, gas geysers have been built, and so Things are going good. I'm ordering many overlords. Hopefully that is not going to be too expensive. I have a small force out here. A force that certainly wouldn't be much of a resistance. However, I have no doubt that eventually we would overcome our opponents if we get the time for ourselves on our side there. Okay, it looks like things are going just fine. I need to build another hive here and focus on more troops. The only problem right now is money. We need to make more money. This field has been used up quite a bit already, so I'm not relying on it that much. As you can see, okay, they're here, certainly they're here, and I'm building dogs. We kind of got them in here surrounded, that's good, and I think we're winning this for a bit. Yes, this is good. I kind of suspect that we're defending quite well indeed. Okay. Now that that has been achieved, let us further our expansion and focus on building up our military even further. I suspect that due to our superior upgrades, we did manage to prevail in this case. I'm going to increase roach speed, increases hydralisk movement, that's good, that's what I like to see. And now with the fourth base on its way, as you can see, that is working. There is a lot more that we can achieve, and so I'm building myself a much stronger military. Hopefully this means that in the very near future we are going to be able to counterattack our opponents. Okay. I have a lot more money. I'm ordering myself hydralisks. I need obviously not to forget to build a lot more roaches too, so that it wouldn't go out of cost too much. Right there. We're still not reaching 200, but we're there. No doubts about that. My force can move up forward a little bit. I'm waiting for the upgrades, as you can see, and this will surely mean that an offensive can take place in the near future. Alright, that is another queen. What else? Building more roaches. This will make our army ready, and the queens need to make all those necessary injects. All the hives are working. It looks like we are moving in. Okay. Let us move on now. Yeah, I see where their military is. However, I hope to intercept it. Yeah, let's do just that. I'm intercepting their force. It looks like their force is huge. It's absolutely huge. But my range fire is much more dangerous. We're moving on defensive right now. As you can see, they have many powerful expensive units, and their ability to make these units is outstanding. They're sending reinforcements at an incredible level. However, currently we have the initiative, and hopefully we're going to use it. Look at that, they're sending even more reinforcements right now. We need to take out at least some of the bases here, so that they wouldn't be able to produce their units so fast. Finally, we got some leverage here. I like to see that. And we'll be heading up north right now. My resources are huge. I need to take out the base. Okay, let's take out as many of the workers. The forces are not looking as threatening as they used to be. I need to get my injects, which I missed quite a bit already. However, I'm so confident at my ability to win this, and my resources are so numerous that I have no doubt it's going to be a certain victory. As you can see, currently we're in the main base. I'm getting my troops in, and from here we'll start attacking. I want to take out their hive as soon as possible. Now they don't have the technology. Other very important buildings need to be taken out. At some areas they're trying to re-establish themselves, but that won't work out that well due to the fact that they can defend themselves on that many fronts. My losses are not as numerous as they used to be. Things are looking good for me. I'm going to send a unit here and there to overlook for new establishments. And so it seems that their units are lost. They're undefended and they are scattered quite a bit. The AI wants to surrender right now. It was a good fight. There's still quite a few of them, mainly the workers, and it's a clear victory for me. Let's look at performance. App info.